And I'm going to tell you the little secret I found out about these locks. Welcome to the show, everyone. This is Mike with Door Lock Tips. We're going to be talking about general locks. I'm going to tell you the secret in the end, so stay till the end. I don't know if you've ever had a chance to use one of these locks. These are such a great lock, very highly underrated in the industry because people like to buy the full-blown brands of like Schlage, Yale, Sargent, Best, all those brands. But general locks are great locks. And I'm going to tell you the little secret I found out about these locks. So stay till the end and you're going to love to hear it because it's going to make your heart just pound with excitement. So let's get into the show. We're going to talk about general locks. I'm going to pin up a couple of, what is this? This is Schlage. Like Schlage. It's a great little cylinder. We're going to pin up the cylinders. I ordered it with Schlage cylinders, these general locks. They're all keyed differently, but I'm going to key them up to a job I have, and they're going to be great. So stay till the end to see what I've discovered, the little secret about general locks. You're going to love it. Yeah. I love general locks, guys. You're going to love them too. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. I'll tell you all about general locks and all kinds of other stuff. So hit that like button and ring that bell. What's going on? Man, how could a guy want to talk about locks? Are they that much fun? What do you think, guys? You like locks? I kind of like them. I'm going to talk about the general lock today. We're going to pin it up with the Schlage cylinders. Really great cylinders. They came with the locks. I ordered them that way. General locks are a great lock. I got my general lock and all my general locks from a place called Westco. Used to be Annixter. Look at this lock. Isn't this great? Well built. Has a clutch, so if they try breaking in from the outside, the handle will break away and you'll lift it back up so it's clutched. Isn't that cool? The prep has 2 holes, so when they try to twist the handle, the lock doesn't just twist open and pull the latch bolt back. Isn't that cool? Great lock. So I'm going to pin it up and I'm going to put in a cylinder that came with it, which is Schlage. And it's a 6-pin. I'm going to pin it up 5-pin. So it's an SC4. Great cylinder. Nice tailpiece. Just what you'd expect. It's general cylinder, but it doesn't matter. It's a great bargain. Guys, this is my tip for the day. Ask your client, are you interested in a lifetime savings? Maybe they're not going to pass it up. They're going to take this lock. And guess how much? In the $60 range. Lifetime savings, breakaway handle. They call it clutched with this nice Schlage 6-pin cylinder. So it's a SC4. You can get it in any cylinder you want. I just ordered it with SC4. You can get the lock in any finish you want, any function. You can even get it in bronze. Isn't that cool? Oil rub bronze. And the prep, no big deal. Order it with a different prep. If you're using small format, large format, doesn't really matter. You can get this lock just the way you want it. And you know what? Your clients are going to want lifetime warranty. Here's the company. They've got a great website. You can view all their products just at a glance. This is the one I got, grade 1, Lifetime warranty. Isn't that cool? You can get them electrified. You can even buy some nice little tools for your arsenal of repair. They make pretty much everything. I like General Lock. Now they even have grade 2. That's a little step down. Still lifetime warranty. I rarely use those. Grade 1 in a ball. Ball handle, still lifetime warranty. All the different finishes. What can go wrong? Tell your clients you're going to save a ton of money. Give it a shot. You won't be unhappy. Let's put it that way. That's my tip of the day. You won't be unhappy. I love the locks. Oh, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Here's the lock close up. I always take Tri-Flow and lubricate everything, so when I get to the job, I'm going to lubricate this. It doesn't have many parts. You have to put this plate on the inside, which is nice. That really reinforces everything. Great lock. The latch is what you expect. Stainless steel. Safety pin. Here's the inside of the lock. You can get a button or whatever function you really want. These folks want to leave it open during the day if they had to. And my cylinder's going to go right in there. Pretty nice. And look at it, they lubricated it. Heavy spring. So this has a breakaway setup in here. That breakaway setup, that's on the other side of the lock. Really great. Not the inside. This is where the button goes. Feels heavy. So that's the General Lock. Grade 1. I'm liking it. So let's go ahead and pin up the 2 cylinders. I actually have 3, but I can't pin up the other one. I don't know what their key is. But I'm going to pin both of these up to their building and then put them back in the lock. They don't come in the lock. You have to put these cylinders in after you receive the lock. They're in the box. So here's the cylinder. Here's the original keys. And here's the new key. This is 5-pin. These are 6. So this is an SC4. The cylinder has 6 chambers in it. And I'm going to pin up just 5 of the chambers and leave the last chamber completely empty. No spring, no top driver, no nothing. And that way I can pin it for a 5 cut on a key. Let's get into it. Now these pins that come with Schlag's commercial setup, look at the bottom pins are all nickel. Isn't that cool? Nickel pin. So we're going to go ahead and just lay it all out. And that about has it right there, guys. I'm going to leave the top Drivers in, they're all a number 3. They're doing that now. Top drivers, there's no master key system with this. So all I got to do is open the plug up and put in the bottom pins. I've already cut the key. So let's just see how easy this is. I love the locks. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Hit that like button. Looks like this. Smash it, crush it. Exercise your rights to crush the like button just for my channel. It'll help the YouTube algorithm. Thanks, guys. Got to take the tailpiece nut off here. That's what this is for. I love tools. It's the little end. And you turn it. And the reason why you need this, right there, little pin. See it right there? That little pin has to be pushed down when you turn it to get it to come off. It's threaded on. Isn't this cool? Look at how cool this is. And these cylinders are only about $6. Look at that. Isn't that neat? So you need this wrench. Great tool. So make a note to yourself that it's straight up and down. Okay. And this little pin comes out. They're usually hollow at the back. Not this one. Solid. And then right in here, a little spring. Isn't that cool? A little spring. Almost looks like 2 springs there. No, that's 1 spring. Pretty cool. You take the original key, you stick it right down in there, and you turn it about a 1/4 turn. Just about like that. If you start doing that, you won't make mistakes in the future on other locks. So about like that. Get your follower. I like white followers. This one's specially made for master pin. See if you got master pins in there. I know there's no master pins in here. I just take the follower. Got the cylinder turned in the housing there. And I just push like so. I've got a little backwards tension here against the follower, and look at that. Isn't that cool? Man, oh man. Look at that. And inside here, the follower will stay. I don't have to take apart the top. That is so cool. All right. I'm going to keep these pins with this key. I'm just going to tape them with some tape and have them in order and keep this key with those pins. I'll show you what I mean. This will save you in the future, guys. I just take Scotch tape, pull it off. I take my pins. Now I got to do this so it looks kind of smart here. I take the pins and I drop them out on the Scotch tape. Boy, it's hard to do when you're using a camera. Aye. So I'm going to go ahead and write 1, 2, 3, 4 all the way down. So I got it written down. Can't go wrong now, guys. And I'll just put those pins in a future cylinder if I have to key up a job real quick, and I got it all done. There we have it, all ready for a next job. Just like that, so simple. All right, let's pin up this thing. It's a nice cylinder. Look at how nice that is. Coated with some shiny stuff. Chambers are nicely made. No chamfer on them. So if you're trying to pick it, it's nice and tight. All right, let's load it up. You want to put the conical end down. This is really just this simple. You have to have a lot of tools though. Okay. There's the fourth one in. And the fifth one. Now you don't want to make a mistake here. This has that last chamber that's right about there. There's a spring in that bad boy.
I always mark the front of the housing so I don't put the cylinder in backwards.
And if there's any fault in the cylinder, you've got to mark there. You know this is the front. Where you're going to stick the plug is going to be like that. All right, now I got to get that spring. So I'm going to go ahead and shove this down. I'm going to pop out that one last spring, because remember, it's 6-pin.
It came from the factory with 6 pins. I'm making it into a 5-pin.
I'm going to take this out. So there's the spring. Get that spring out of there, otherwise that'll bind up. Those are nice springs. Okay, now we're ready to go. If you forget to do that one thing, you're going to just wreck your whole job. All right, let's go ahead and just put this back in. You know, probably good practice. Let's check and see if the key really is the right one with this. Wow. Look at that first chamber. That's kind of low. I want to check this out. Popped out the pin. The pin is 240. So what am I looking for? 240. Yeah, that's right. 240. Let's take another one. I'm going to use a bigger pin. Just for fun. I'm going to use the next one up, 255. Let's just see if I cut it wrong. Hey guys, this is not the one I wanted. This key is not the right key. Good to know. Almost made a mistake. I wanted this key. And look at the difference. Just that little height difference will bind you up. That's one depth difference. Isn't that funny? Just one depth would mess you all up. Let's drop that. put that back. And I'm going to get the pin that I originally had in there and put it back in there, and sure enough, there it is. This is the key that matches this cylinder. That bitty. All right, we're going to put it in. Good thing I checked, huh? I'd have had to tear it all apart. Oh, and it feels good. Now I'm going to get this key out. Now you want to put pressure against this while you're pulling the key. Otherwise you'll pull all those pins out of there. All right, now we just put this back together, just like this. You take that little, look like a double spring, and you put it right back in the end of that little plug. You take this pin, and you put the flat side down, not that cut out part. Put that down. I want this to be straight up and down, not sideways. So I'm going to put that like that. Get my nut. Stick it over. Get my wrench. And it takes the little end, I think. Yep. On there. And turn it clockwise. It'll get started. And you tighten it all the way up. Make sure everything's kind of working. And then you back off 2 clicks. So where that seats itself, you come back 2 times on that. At least that's what I do. Go about right there too. You don't want it loose, otherwise the key will bind up. I only did it 1 time, I think. Yeah, I'm still too tight. So I take this and I do it 1 more time back. There we go. It's not loose here. There's no slot between the front of the plug and the housing. You don't want any gap there, guys. Look at that. Just like butter. No oil in there yet. I always lube my cylinders. There we go. We got 1 down. Isn't that sharp? Nice little cylinder. I paid $6 for it with the lock. You'd probably pay about $12 to $14 if you just buy this all by itself. So always get them loaded in the lock. Even if you're just buying a lock that doesn't really, you've already got your cylinders already pinned up, and you just buy the cylinders in the lock. Be it cheaper, you'll have a savings going on. How does this work? How do I get that cylinder in the handle? I'm going to move all my little goodies aside. And if you have one of these tools, I got this from Craftsman years ago. And they come in a pack of all different assorted heads, and I just cut all the heads off and made them all sharp. So what you want to do is you want to push that detent down. Am I going to be able to get to it? Maybe not. Man, they've made that hole even smaller. Look at how teeny that is. My pusher won't go in there. Look at this. Right in the package. You're going to have to use it. Right in the package. There's the detent pusher. That's nicely made. I think I'm going to hang on to that. That is pretty teeny little pusher. Look at this. My little probe is too big. So you push that in, you feel the spring to it. Spring loaded. So in order for you to get this off, you got to push that down. Now watch this. Nice tight tolerances. thing is really nice and tightly fit on there. Get it off. See that detent there? Well, that's nice, guys. Yeah, you're going to have a hard time getting that off without that pin. Comes right in the box with all the goodies. All the nuts and bolts and everything. You just push that in. And you will be happy. So there's a little slot right inside of here. And that's what this goes into. I know you guys don't know all this, but there might be somebody that doesn't. And see this little rubber piece here? Well, this one's plastic. You got to pull this out. See that piece right there? Got to yank that. Comes out like that. Remember how it goes in? Goes in like that and comes out like that. Don't lose this. This holds the cylinder in place. We just take it and slide it in like this. And if you lose this plastic thing, this will rock in there. So you really don't want to lose that. I mean, the lock will work with it, with or without it, but how did I do this? Oh, yeah, there. See how that's working? Keeps it from rocking in there. Now, the trick to doing this, to getting it back on, you have to have the key that makes this turn. Because this is going to hold that detent out. When you put this in, when you slide this in the lock, it'll push that detent out. I'm going to see if I can get a light so you can see what I'm talking about. All right. Now inside of here, see down in there, take that key and turn it so it doesn't hold the detent out. The detent will stay out if you don't turn the key. So watch what I'm going to do. You put the lock back together like so. You turn the key sideways and it clicks on. And you turn it back and hopefully everything's working. Yep, so it's working. That's nice. Look at the spring action on this, man. That is a nice spring. These grade 1s are super tight. The handle does not wobble. It kind of looks like a Yale mechanism in here. That's nice. Yeah, I'm liking it. So I got one down. Don't forget to lubricate the lock. You have to lubricate this. You can use your super wonderful lubricant if you want. Look at how nice that stuff is. Whoa. That is some beautiful lubricant. Make sure you really wash your hands after you do this. Why is everything hard to do? So get it to lube up those pins. And I'm going to spray this all down in the field again. But what a difference when you've got it all lubricated. Feels just as smooth as silk. Love that. Let's see if it works. Okay, got it locked. Got it locked up. We can open it. Look at that. So this does not release that button. So you have two positions this button can be in. Let's see how this works. What it is You push that button down like that. And quick, that releases it. The key releases it. And then you can put it in like storage room function. If you turn the, and now it's in like storage room function, and the handle won't retract this. Nope, does not retract it. But when you put in your key, you can just retract it with the key. That's nice, huh? And then you could walk away and leave it in the lock position. Now she's free. So there's the lock. Okay, I've already loaded my pinning stand up. Take my other cylinder apart. Remember the direction your tailpiece was. I know it's straight up and down. Got that all apart. Got that little spring again. And then the pin went right in there. Sorry about that, guys. I don't even know where I was at. I got a phone call and had to get it. Let's take this apart. Quarter turn on the key. Take your follower. Now I did mark. I put a V up here where this plug is, so I can remember which side of the housing it came out of. That is cool. Now I'm going to save these pins as well for this key. Get some Scotch tape. Kind of give you a better look at this. Wow. I'll pull that one off of there and turn it around. This is closest to the shoulder. Came out like that. I take the key out of there. And I'll go ahead and mark this. This is the first one. Put the keys together. Take some more Scotch tape. Whoa, look at that. That's kind of cool. That is some sticky tape, man. This stuff is getting old. Now I'm all set up for another job. Look at that. We got two setups. There's the empty plug. Nice plug. Beautiful. All chrome on the outside here. It's made out of brass. Not a piece of junk. Now let's go ahead and put the pins in. Woo. I want you to see what I'm doing. This is how a pin goes in a lock. Just like this. Conical end down. Just like that. There we go. Got all 5 in there. Now you don't want to forget, pop that spring and pin out of the back of the cylinder. See it right there? Right back there. I'm going to grab that bad boy when it comes out of there. There it is. Laying right in there. Grab that. Grab the spring. Whoop. Had the spring. Oh, there it is. There's the spring. Now we're ready to reload. Boy, new cylinders are so nice. Let me check, because, you know, I had that problem last time. Make sure that everything is good. Oh, yeah. Everything is perfect. Look at that. That cool? Looks like a flute. Isn't that neat? The little cuts of the key. That's how it works. It comes to the shear line. So it's all perfectly flush with the shear line. Let's see how much plays in this key. Not much. Little. All right, we're going to stick it in again. About a quarter turn. We got the front of this housing. We're going to line this up. I'm pushing with the back of my hand on the plug follower, so it stays engaged as you're pushing through that. Now I click it back up, hold my fingers against the face of the plug so I'm pushing so I'm not pulling the plug out of there, because it will come out. Let's put in that nice small spring. Whoop, what did I just do? I dropped it. I don't know where it went. Too bad. I have another one, a little smaller though. Make sure I didn't put it in there. I'll go ahead and drop it in. And let's see if this pin has enough spring with that smaller spring. Oh yeah, still enough. Not as long. I could stretch it a little. Let's stretch it a little. Oh, that's a good spring. Okay, I stretched it because the other one was extremely long. Dropped it in there. Well, that's better. That's the same configuration it was in the beginning. I always tighten it all the way up and then 2 clicks back. There's 1. There's 2. 2 clicks. Let's try the key. Aha! Success. Now what happens if you have that loose, you go to pull the key out and the cylinder will bind on these pins. And how you can tell is if you push on the housing, hold it in where you're pulling the key. Let's say it starts binding, then you got to tighten the nut up a little tighter. But this is perfect. Here's the other lock. So we're going to take this handle apart. Stick that little pin driver in there. Push that detent down. This one's a little looser, but beautiful tolerances on this. Take that clip out of there. That's kind of hard. Take the new cylinder, stick it in the slot, just like so. Put the clip back in. This is straight up and down, like that, parallel with the handle. Now I'm gonna put it back on. Go ahead and stick it in. Get your key in there. Turn it sideways. Clicks right on. Take it back out. It's always hard to get back in. Perfect. Make sure this is... Now let's stick this all the way down. I've turned that all the way in. Now it's like storeroom function. The outside doesn't work it, but the key does. Kind of nice. There we have it. So I hope you enjoyed the show. Oh, and what I wanted to tell you, the secret of these general locks is that there's a lifetime warranty on these general locks. You can't go wrong. Highly suggest them. Tell your friends about these locks. I have not gotten paid by General Lock to say any of this. I just like their products. I paid for these locks myself, in case you're wondering. Please subscribe to my channel. Tell your friends, and I'll have more door and lock tips like this stuff coming your way in the future. Thanks, guys. Thanks for tuning in to the channel. And here's the secret. You want to know the secret? I think I already told you the secret. I want to tell it to you again. The secret is they're a lifetime warranty. How can you go wrong with that? So keep your boxes, have them stacked up in the garage to the ceiling, and you can send them back. So keep your receipts, buy it from a reputable dealer, and you got a lifetime warranty on these general locks. I mean, it even says it on the box. Where does it say that? I think it says it, somewhere. Better make sure of that. Oh, it says it on the front. Lifetime warranty. Lifetime warranty. Look at that. Oh, that's nice. I like lifetime. That means I'm never going to have to worry about it again. Lifetime warranty. Thanks for tuning in. Please tell your friends, ring that bell, and I'll have more door and lock tips like this stuff, General Locks, and Schlage coming your way in the future. Thanks again, guys.